First thing we want is the welcome screen. Then when I hit on the all users, I want the list of the all users. This list will be we will be extracting from the SQLite database. We will be handling our first local database, and then when I click on someone's name, I should get is all the details like balance, phone number, account number, IFSC code. And when I hit on the pay button, I should get an option to select and receiver to whom we want to pay. And when I select and receiver, I want their names from whom I am sending the money to whom. And then I want to give some amount. If the amount is more than the balance, it should show me the toast as a insufficient balance. And if the amount is in between the balance, then I should get the transaction history here, right? Is this clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in this storage task, we will create our database first. Sorry. We will create a new project. This will be our first activity for our welcome screen. I will be just copying the activity layout because I don't want to waste more time on it. Okay. Okay. I can see this drawable is not in my folder. I will copy that drawable. Which is the bank. You can select any image from the Google for your logo. Yes, you can see I have my bank name, I have my logo and button. So everything is defined. I want to extract this in my main activity. Yes. Now want when I click on this button, I want to navigate to another activity. So I will create one another activity here. So I will set on click listener here. I will start the meeting from main activity to my user list activity. Yes. So the next thing I want the user list to have some layout. I will just copy it. I'm only adding one recycler view. I'll show you the floating button. I added one recycler view, and the next thing I want one floating action button. Okay, wrap content and wrap content. See here, this floating action button is here. I want it to be on this corner. I want it to have some margin. As you can see, the floating button is here. The next thing I want, I'll give here the source combat, which is I'll copy the source combat here. You can select any vector asset from the Android Studio file. see, I added the source to my button, and I will give it an ID. Okay. Let me define my layouts here. Okay, now when I click on my floating action button, I want to start the another activity. So I will create one another sorry, new activity. For now, I don't want to set any layout here. I will just navigate to it. From this. So let's run and see if everything is working fine. You can see when I click on the all other button, I am navigated to this activity, and when I click on this floating action button, I get navigated to the another activity. Okay. For now, you will create this much activity, and now I want to create my database. So for that, just go here and create one new Java class named as light open. Okay. This is my class, and I will extend it to the SQLite open helper. Just import it. So let it be. And I want to implement the method. You can see I'm getting the option of implementing methods. When I click on this, I get the two methods on create SQLite database and on upgrade SQLite database. Hit OK on that. It will create two overridden methods and the constructor for it. So it will generate a constructor. I want only one constructor, which will be our first one, which has the name, the factory, and the version. Click OK on that. And we will be defining our name of the database, factory, and the version by our own. So I don't want any parameters to be passed in it. Okay. Clear all the parameters, clear all of it, and I'll create a static final thing named as DB name, which will be our database name. DB. Okay. This will be our database name, and I will just pass it here, DB name, and our factory should be now, and our working is one. Okay. You can see it took our elements from here. I'm passing one context, one database name, and the factory as null, and the version of our database is 1. Okay, and when we upgrade our database, we have to change our version to get it upgraded. Okay, the next thing is now I have my database name, I have my database parameters, then I want to create a database here. So you can see in my old file also. Okay, you can see I pass the constructor and the DBS name, and then I'm creating the database from here and putting some parameters in it. Okay, so first thing is you can see I'm passing a query here, which the query will be an SQLite code. This will not our Android Studio code. It will be an SQLite code, which will be saying in create table. We have to give a name to our table. Then we will pass the parameters which we need. So we will do that here also. First, I will create a string. Enter the query. Now I have to create a table, which will name will be here. I will give this same name here, which will be our table username. Okay. And I'll pass some parameters here. The first thing we want, you can see what parameters I'm passing. I'm creating the two databases here, two tables of the database, which one will be we will use for the users to get the user information, and another will this database will be used for the transaction history. So first, in our first database, we are defining one phone number with the data type an integer, and we will naming it as a primary key. So for SQLite database, there should be one primary key at least. Okay. So I'm naming the phone number as my primary key. Then I am passing the name. Then I'm passing the balance amount. Then I'm passing the email, account number, and IFSC code. We'll pass the same things here. The first thing is on number, and I will be passing it in integer, and primary key. Okay, I passed my first name. First thing is passed from here, the phone number, integer, and primary key. The next thing we want the name, balance. Okay, yeah, we want the name as a text. Then we want balance as a decimal. Okay. Then what we want, when you pass our name and you want email, account number, and IFSC code. Email as WhatsApp. Phone number. So the last thing, the code. Okay. You can see we have created the query for our first database. We are database which will be named as our table user, right? Now next thing I want this database. We'll create it afterward. Then I want to execute this. Yes. Then you can see I'm getting the parameters the DB. I'll just say DB dot execute SQLite, and I'll pass that query. Yes. Now you can see it is highlighted. That means our SQLite code is accepted here. Then I want to insert some data in my list. You can see first we have created one data name, a database named as a DB manager. Then I have created a table in that database, which will be named as a table user. And in that table, I'm passing the column names. First column name will be our phone number. The next column name will be our name, balance, email, account number, and IFSC code. Okay. And in this in that table, I want to input some data according to the columns, right? So for that, can see, you can see our database dot execute SQLite, and in this you can pass the query same as I passed here. I will copy this one of it. You can see the SQLite code for this will be the insert into the table name which you will be used, and then the value section, and you have to make sure you are passing the values in the same format as you displayed as the table name. Okay, the first was the phone number. I'm passing here the phone number first. The next was the name. I'm passing the name. The next was the balance. I'm passing the balance over here. I'm given the balance as the data type of decimal, so I'm also adding the decimal points here. Okay, the next thing is the email. I'm passing the email. The next thing is the account number. I'm passing the account number. And the next thing, IFSC code. You can just repeat this how many times you want. Like I want to create 10 users here, so I will repeat this section for the 10 times. Okay, copy this with 10 times, right? So in my database now 10 users will be there. So how you can see if your database is working or not? Once we drop our table from here, like you can see, when I updated my data, I want this on upgrade to be executed as the drop table if exist, right? I want the same thing here. You can say database dot with database drop table if exist, and the table name is table, right? Is it, I'm misspelling back. Yes, can see now if I go in my database inspector, so let it load our database. Build it. Yeah, on create database. Now code. Yeah. Maybe it will be disabled when we use some kind of database. So right now you can see I'm applying one query to create a table, then applying the queries to insert the data in my table. Okay, the first thing you want to do is just create a class with the extension of the database extension, then give the name to a database, then give an constructor in which you will pass the contact data, database name and factorial null and version something you want. And then in on create method we will create a database table. In that table you want this data to be included, which will be our phone number, name, balance, and the other things, and I want to insert the values according to it. Okay, and the next thing, in on upgrade method you want to just say the drop table if exists. That means if you have already created the table, I want to just drop it to my app. Okay, and you just create it. This will be your code for the database. And once you will, okay, I will show you one demo. Once you will use this database in your app, like you can say here I'm taking some data from my database. Let me show you. In this you can see I'm taking some database data from my database. So once you will do it, you will get something like this. Okay, in my table you can see in my database manager, you can see the all the phone numbers added to my database, all the names to add it to my database, all the balances and emails, account number, and you can see the names to my table columns which I gave, and the table name as the this one which I am given it to it, and the database name will be DB manager, right? So now, so for today's task, only you want to create some database, and you make sure your text should be highlighted like this. If your text is highlighted like this, that means your database is created correctly. If your text is not highlighted like this, like in this orange type, in this white type, then your database is not executed properly and it is not accepting the parameters which you are passing in it. Okay, once it is color coded, that means your database is correctly formatted, right? So for today's task, I only want this, that you should create some activities. Okay, and I want you guys to create an database class with the users. Okay, with some 10 or how many users you want to add, you can add into it, but make sure you're using the same parameters here, because you're gonna need these parameters for a long time. So don't miss any parameters from here, and whatever parameter name you are giving to it, you want to give it according to the formatted data. Don't miss that. If you you can say, if I'm expecting the phone number in the my first column, and I give there the name, it will not accept it, and your database will be ruined, and it will not give the output as you are expecting. Okay, so for today's task, only create this much. Okay, only create a database and insert some data into it. That will be today's task, and from tomorrow we will start extracting the data from our database. So is there any doubts of creating the database?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, and once we start extracting some data, you will get your database inspector. So right now it is not showing, but we don't need to worry because our code is expected. So is there any doubts of creating the SQLite database?
No, sir.
So can you do this? Is there any pending task? Lokesh sir, have you completed all the tasks till now?
Sir, yeah, Saturday वाला task complete नहीं है.
Complete it. Once we started the projects, we don't need any pending task, because in projects we are going to include so many things. If you keep your task pending, you will not understand the projects. Okay.
Sir, I completed by today.
Yeah. For till tomorrow, this class should be created, or else you will be not be able to extract any data from here. And tomorrow's section, you will be extracting the data and you will be showing this same data in our app. So complete this task by today only. Don't keep it pending, right?
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Sir, can you explain again at once?
Which thing? Which thing?
From starting towards, sir. Just give
Okay.
me a overall clarity.
If first thing, I want some activities to be here. The first activity, I want this one, the welcome screen. Okay, then welcome screen, I want activity where we will be list our users here. Okay, for that activity you create one another activity, and in that when I'm adding one floating action button here, and when I click on that action button, I want to start on another activity. This will be our transaction activity, where we will keep all the records of the transactions happened here in our app. Okay, so for that you create three activities. One will be of user list, one will be a transaction, and one will be your welcome screen. The simple layouts for that. Okay, nothing tricky here in the layout section. Then I want you to make one database, the SQLite local database, right? I want you to make one class named of anything you want. Then I want to extend it to the Android Studio SQLite Open Helper. Okay, once you will extend it, you will get the option to implement this codes, and when you hit on the bell icon and implement this code, the first you will be given these two parameters, on upgrade and on create. Just give me 1 minute. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Uh, so the next thing I want you to create this database. Give a name to your database, and you should keep it as final because you don't want to change the database name anywhere else in our app. I want to use the same name. Then I want to create a constructor, and in this constructor I will be mentioning our name and the version by ourselves. I will be not giving the data from other things. So just cut all the parameters from here. Only keep the context and give your database name and the version. Then in onCreate method, first thing you want is you have to generate one query to create the table. Okay, this will be code with the SQLite code to create a table. Okay, so first thing you want to declare as the create table, the table name which you want, then the parameters which you want in your table. Okay, the next thing you have to pass this query as execute SQL, so it will create a table for you. Then once our table is created, we want to insert some data in our table, and you have to insert the data as you formatted in your argument list. Okay, the same format should be used overall. Then in the execution task, you have to code as the insert into the table name which you are using, and then in the values you have to pass the parameters, all the parameters you want to pass: the phone number, the name, the balance, the email, account number, and IFSC code. And you have to pass how many users you want. That many users you can create here. If you want only 10 users, you can create 10 users. You want more than then, you can create more users here. And in the on upgrade method, you have to just mention drop table if exists. So it will just drop a table if we have created it first. Then you have to just mention it on create the database. It will create a database for you. Other things clear here? Any other doubt?
Yes, sir. Sir, firstly, I have to create one layout, and
Yes.
after that, to create intent, I have to take another activity. So next, I
Yes.
have to take Java class to create the database, sir.
The for today's section, main thing will be this creating the database only. You can include the activities anytime you want. But we want this database to be done by today only, because we will be extracting this data but in our tomorrow's session. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Create this database, and we'll start in our tomorrow section extracting it. Yes.
Okay, sir.
So if there are no doubts, we will end this meeting. Thank you.